let's hit it and talk some sports concepts and rationalizations. And at the end of the 10-minute drill, we'll go ahead and toss out a prize pack. Beef, what do we got today?
Oh, Danny, we're going to tighten the Googans up today at the end of the 10-minute drill with a 4-pack to go see the Jumbo Shrimp in action, and we'll hook them up with some free airport parking from usapark.net.
I would like to start with this. I'm going to make you an offer. I know there were times that you got a little bit nervous, but like Daniel Murphy, our good friend, tells us 162 don't lie. I'd like to buy your Huckleberry Hundo bet for 50. I'll give you 50 now and let me ride the bet out.
You feel good about it.
It was his Huckleberry. It was his Huckleberries the day in long. It's trying to outsmart the baseball season.
Yeah.
It remains, and despite some staggered legs, it remains the dumbest bet I've ever heard of in my life. So
for those who
I'd
don't
like
know,
a piece of the Huckleberry Hundo, which we can now officially proclaim is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
I think I'm not going to let you in on that one.
Okay. I was offering in
Yeah,
case you're
I
nervous.
appreciate it.
They got one chance, and that's the Twinkies.
The bet was I get the Red Sox, who are playing pretty good. I get the Indians, who are playing real good. And, I get the Astros and the Yankees.
The 4 best teams you get.
And one of them has to go to the World Series.
Just one. They don't have to win the World Series either, by the way. They just have to go to the World Series.
So
For the life of me, was the person drunk when they made the bet?
What I'm looking for
concussed?
is a ALCS with both of the teams, so the
pay it off early.
Yeah, so nothing is even up.
Well, if you get nervous down the stretch, the Twins get hot, whatever you want, I can allay your fears, and I'll buy it for 50 right now. You get 50 on the spot right now in August. You don't have to wait.
Right.
So, you might want to think about it.
Right. It is it's trade day today, trade deadline day.
It finally percolated a little bit yesterday, but still nothing that's just wowing you.
No. Have they changed it to the point this is the only one now? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, this is it.
Like so somebody can't clear waivers in August?
That's right.
Okay.
This is it. You got to get it done by today.
I'm going to wonder if at 3 o'clock things get fast and furious. In other words, a lot of teams have talked to each other, right?
Sure.
And
scouted a lot of different guys.
Right. And so you want so-and-so. They're screaming that the Dodgers need to either get this Vasquez cat from the Pirates or Diaz from the Mets. But there's a guy there.
I like Vasquez, by the way.
Yeah, but there's always a guy who the other team wants. And again, what I don't like is if I have the pieces, if you want the piece and you don't, but somebody in your system is untouchable. You got to not make the trade.
Well, you can't, though. You can't trade your top prospect for a rental reliever. You can't.
Well, you're not. Diaz is not a rental reliever.
Well,
you're getting control of him for 2.5 years.
I think the point, but you're not going to get a position player top prospect for a reliever.
Syndergaard is not a rent a pitcher.
That's different. You're talking about. I'm talking about bullpen. I'm talking about closers.
Right. But I will say this, man, the Dodgers still have not won a World Series since
88.
88. Dodgers have been to the World Series the last
2 years.
2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Dodgers have been in the playoffs the last 6-7 years. Yeah. And you got
that bullpen's still sketchy at the back end. I don't think they're going to. I think they're not. I don't.
Kenley Jansen is not that good this year. You got to do everything you can.
They need to get one of those two, Diaz or Vasquez.
Do everything you can to win. You're there. I'll
tell you who I really loved yesterday. And they understand that they're probably not going to be a playoff team this year, but San Diego somehow got another top prospect out of yesterday. They got number 14 on the total list, that Taylor Trammell kid.
Yeah.
Although I will say this, I'm more engaged in baseball this year than I've been in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I was astounded to read a piece that Cleveland got in that 3-team trade. Trevor Bauer, the best arm available, or one of them, went. Again, it's been odd from this standpoint. 2 proposed sellers ended up buying the 2 best arms that the contenders were going after, or 2 of the best arms, because Stroman to the Mets, and now yesterday Trevor Bauer goes to the Indians. But to the Reds. But the Indians get from the Padres a guy named Franmil Reyes. Have you heard of him?
No.
27 home runs this year, Hick, for the Padres. I've 27 this season.
The Reyes kid?
Franmil Reyes. How's that possible?
Wait a minute.
Oh, no, now it doesn't have it.
No.
Now it's not 27. Yeah, 2000. Is that his minor league?
It has to be.
2019 season, 255, 27 homers, 46 RBIs.
For the Padres.
For the Padres.
Wait a minute.
And he went to Cleveland with Puig.
Well,
I don't know how that can be. Look,
What
yeah.
are the Padres? So you said they got
Padres.
Yeah, but what's the point if you're the Pods? Why are you trading him?
Well, you probably have more than you need in the outfield, and you're getting a
Younger guy.
But Franmil Reyes is only 24. To your point, yeah, he had 8 home runs in April.
Yeah, I know Renfroe with the Padres.
I don't know Reyes. That's my point.
Yeah.
I know all of those Tatis, and we just played them.
Yeah.
But this guy is.
In fact, I know their center fielder because the Mets were talking about him, and he's not very good. And
here against Atlanta, when we just went out there and swept them, this is why I don't remember. He went 2 for 10 with no extra base hits. So.
All right.
I couldn't believe he had 27 home runs.
Right.
And the Indians got him, and they got Puig.
Yeah.
So, again, full circle, back to the Hundo, the Huckleberry Hundo. It was an awful bet.
Listen, I had told you, I thought, at least at the beginning, that one of my NFL predictions that the Cardinals are going to win a couple games.
Okay.
And Kyler Murray. And Larry Fitzgerald is talking. I've never seen a quarterback come in so quickly and be able to command an offense. From day one, he's out there checking different plays, sliding the line, different protections, getting us in screens when blitzes are coming. His understanding of this offense is crazy. From day one, I think that's going to give us a great advantage to play fast from the final preseason game all the way to the start of the regular season, and giving him the keys to the car and letting him get it going is great for us.
Is there something now, though, then to be said for, Lincoln Riley and what he's doing with quarterbacks at Oklahoma? We heard the same thing about Baker Mayfield last year. The Browns had signed Taylor. They almost had to go with Tyrod Taylor for the first couple of games. But Baker Mayfield, the narrative was, gosh, this guy's ready. He commands the offense. They love him. Now here's Kyler Murray a year later.
It's going to be intriguing to me. A lot of people, it's kind of mixed on what they think Kyler Murray will do. But most people think Arizona's going to be like 3-13.
Right.
I'm suggesting to you that 2 of those 3 then, and they may be, but I think 2 of those 3 are coming in the first 3 weeks. I think they're going to be better than people think.
It's funny, now that you bring that up, we have, for the first time in a while, 3 new inhabitants of the bottom rung of the league. Because now it seems like most people think the 3 worst teams are the Cardinals, the Dolphins and the Bengals.
Yeah.
Which the Bengals seem like they're getting a little bit pushed down a little too far. They do still have some of those pieces, especially on offense, but. I don't disagree on Kyler Murray. There's a reason he went number 1 overall. I love the fact they didn't make any bones about it. We're throwing him right in there.
Uh-huh.
And you lead to a topic that I was going to address next, a question I was going to ask you next. And so now it's just a perfect symmetry. Is Josh Rosen seriously not better than Ryan Fitzpatrick? The Dolphins yesterday, their new head coach, Brian Flores, came out and announced that Ryan Fitzpatrick is the leader right now. He's the starter. And if you're Josh Rosen, man, you're proving it on both ends. You can't beat a guy that just was drafted into the league, and you can't beat a 36-year-old that's playing for his 8th team.
I just feel like Josh Rosen's career has been totally screwed. I feel bad for him. I don't blame the Cardinals. If you owe it to your franchise to do what you think is best. But I feel like Josh Rosen has no chance of success in this respect, Jeff. Okay, so he played last year, and he did what almost every other rookie quarterback does. He wasn't horrible. He wasn't great. Mayfield was very good. The other 4 were
okay.
But yet the other 3 franchises that have him are all excited about their guy.
Darnold and Allen.
Yeah. And so Josh Rosen ends up getting traded, but where does he get traded? To the Miami Dolphins. And the Miami Dolphins are no good. And they're not going to be any good. And then one of the reasons they're not going to be any good is because they got nobody to help a young quarterback or a veteran quarterback. So they're going to end up drafting a quarterback, and then he's going to be screwed again. So what benefit is it for Josh Rosen to go to the Miami Dolphins?
Well, unless they should give him the job. You'd like to think if you're Josh Rosen, they're trading for me. So.
Bro. You and I both know how this Fitz thing works.
Yeah, he'll be awesome for 3 games, and he'll throw 7 interceptions. He'll
be on the cover of SI. The Dolphins will be 3-0. Fitzmagic is back.
He'll set a single-game record for interceptions, and then, Rosen will be back in on a bad team with no talent. You're right. He needs to. Josh Rosen would almost be best off like going to the Patriots and being the backup, or to a team that, when he becomes a starter, they're decent.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the hard part. Speaking of quarterbacks, Hick, look, I know coaches like to come in and set the routine, but have you seen this report out of Coral Gables?
Yes, the Oklahoma drills.
Manny Diaz,
Yeah, that's great.
the head
What a
coach
nut.
of Miami,
Yeah.
and we know what the Oklahoma drill is, right? Bull in the ring. You get
Yeah.
guys together, they go one-on-one.
However
He's got
you do
his quarterbacks
Yeah.
hitting and being hit in the Oklahoma drill. I don't. Whatever your goal is, I can't think that this is a good method. Or maybe you want them hurt. They're so bad.
Yeah, I don't. By everything we've heard is that the quarterback play in Miami has not been stellar this camp or in the spring. That they're not very good.
And you don't have and you signed a defense. You don't have an offensive like Mark Richt is an offensive guy and barely got anything out of those quarterbacks.
They got Dan Enos from Alabama, and they're hoping that he's able to coach them up. But yeah, it's not. Listen, again, I'm not an expert or anything. I watched the Tate Martell in high school stuff, and I didn't get all the love for him because whenever he threw, he wasn't that good. He was.
As a Gator, from the Gator perspective,
Yeah.
I'd rather Tate Martell be the starter.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any experience.
Yeah.
He will be way in over.
I don't think he will be.
Yeah, I don't either. It's going to
No.
be in Perry, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I also heard is it Williams, the other
Yeah.
kid? I've heard his name
He's
mentioned
the one,
a
the
couple
red shirt
times.
that didn't play, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, but the fact that they're doing the Oklahoma drill is pretty crazy.
That's pretty dumb.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's do this. Let's head to break. Let's come back. Jan is tweeting a lot.
All right.
We'll talk a little bit about that. The
Some camp
Jaguars
chatter.
back on the practice field. News and notes. We were both out there yesterday. Twitterless Jeff Sighting with Big Bo.
Yes, that's correct.
A lot
The
of people are wondering about the shirt you were wearing, good and bad.
Oh no, that's an awesome shirt.
Yeah, that's what people want to know. They want to know about the shirt.
Oh yeah, the shirt's good.
There's
yeah.
a lot of comments about that. So
I don't know how there
could
could be anybody who had a bad shirt has no fashion sense. That's a nice shirt.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You're taking a stand. real
Oh, well,
quickly.
there's no doubt. There's some shirts that I can go 50-50 now.
All right.
Take a
That's
stand,
a
brother.
nice shirt there.
Okay, I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Caller number 2 next.
Correct. You can have my shirt. Not.